Okay, well, let's get on to one of our favorite guests, Barry Schwartz, Chief Investment Officer and Portfolio Manager at Baskin Wealth Management. He's going to wrap up the market and he's going to tell us about what he thinks were some of his best and worst investment moves in 2020. Barry, great to talk to you.
Thank you for having me. Happy New Year.
Barry, great to have you here, Barry, and Happy New Year. Tell us, looking back over the past year, at what stage, was there ever a stage when you thought, wow, the bottom is just falling out of the economy? Where are we going to go with this thing? Was it at the peak of the lockdown? Were you ever alarmed by what was going on?
Of course, it was a very devastating and definitely late February, March. We really had no idea how this was all going to play out. Everybody with a pulse was nervous for their families, for their health, for their businesses. Stock market and your wealth is secondary at that point. But for those that held on and that owned good quality companies, like our clients, everything ended up quite well. I mean, if you would have told me that our clients who have majority of their portfolio in the stocks would be up double digits for 2020 in the depths of the panic in March, I would have been completely shocked. But if you own good businesses, there's nothing to recover from. And that's I think our best approach for clients was just to stay invested.
The decision you're happiest with this year was in February, late February. You sold Delta Airlines and you sold Hyatt Hotels and you switched to Netflix.
Absolutely. And I tweeted a few months ago, if you're going to panic early. Don't be a late panicker. And so we sold those stocks early, where we actually had capital gains on them for our clients and made money for the year on Delta and Hyatt. However, we could have acted sooner, but we sold them when we thought that things were going to get really bad for the travel industry. Obviously, we had no idea there was going to be worldwide lockdowns and how long this was going to last, but we thought that was going to be a prudent move to two sectors that were going to be hit the hardest.
Now, your biggest investment regret, Barry, and good for you. Some people in your business will never admit that they made a mistake. You do regret selling Disney in March.
Well, so remember I said if you're going to panic early, and we should have panicked earlier on Disney, and we sold Disney way too late. We sold Disney in March, probably ticked the bottom. So it goes to show that even the professionals, even these guys who do it for a living all day long, we can't get it right all the time. And our thesis at the time was right. Theme parks closed. Disney cruises, forget about it. Movies, are you kidding me? But what we didn't realize is that great companies adapt. Disney was going to be able to pivot to streaming. And of course, the market is forward-looking. The market was anticipating that eventually things would improve for Disney as well as the entire economy. And I guess we didn't recognize that at the time. The good news for our clients is we didn't just sit on the cash. We reinvested it for other clients. But no question, selling Disney around $100 and seeing it today at $180 makes me feel like I'm going to have a few extra drinks tonight.
You can't win. Well, you deserve it after the year everybody's had. You've got some stock ideas. Your clients own all of these shares. TFI International, the big trucking company, you think that has decent prospects for 2021?
Absolutely. I just want to quickly say that our clients own a lot of the technology companies. Done very well this year. Apple's up 80%. I don't think Apple's going to go up 80% in 2021. So I'm looking for companies in our portfolio that I think can have benefit from the reopening of the economy, plus benefit from long-term tailwinds. TFI International, the trucking giant in North America, we think it's going to benefit from last mile e-commerce delivery, as well as the improving economy in North America. Wonderful management, keeps on making acquisitions. We think it's quite undervalued, Andy.
Okay, and it's interesting as well. I mean, it's a classic economic rebound stock, TFI, and I suppose, I don't know if more stuff is being trucked around because so many of us are shopping at home.
Well, exactly. More stuff is being shipped to warehouses, then to your house, also to stores for you to pick up. So TFI is benefiting on a lot of different ends. And as well, we're seeing a recovery of the economy. A lot of goods being shipped. I just got a propane heater finally delivered to my house. Oh. I ordered it 3 months ago. So thank God for that. So now I can sit outside in the freezing cold weather. But TFI delivered that to us. So we think TFI is really positioned well for 2021, and we're very bullish on the economy improving over the next couple of years. I just don't think the stock market is going to do as well as it did in 2019 and 2020.
American Tower, the player in cell towers, as 5G takes hold, you see more demand for its infrastructure.
Absolutely. This is a very defensive play. American Tower is a U.S. REIT. It collects revenue from the big telcos in the U.S. 5G is just getting started. As 5G demands pick up and more mobile demands for data, you're going to need more equipment on the cell phone towers that American Tower owns in the U.S. Terrific business. The stock has done nothing recently. That's great. I love to buy stocks that are in great businesses, long-term tailwinds, where their stock is kind of flatlined. And that to me gives me a great opportunity. Company has increased its dividend every single quarter for like the last 10 years. So if you're looking for a little bit of oomph and an income there, I think American Tower fits the bill.
Just finally, we're tight for time. Parkland, the big operator of gas stations. You like the look of this one?
Absolutely. Same kind of idea as TFI. Should benefit from the reopening of the economy. Great acquirers, especially in the U.S. Parkland is building a monster gas station business in the U.S., just getting started, early innings, following the Couche-Tard model. We think Parkland is a very undervalued idea. So, those are the type of names that I'm looking for. And these are some few Canadian names that we really never focus on, as we're mostly U.S. focused. So, we're hopeful those names will work out in 2021 for our clients.
Barry, have a great year, and thanks for joining us.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Andy.
Barry Schwartz of Baskin Wealth Management.